What's going on, everybody? Mahai back up with another video, and today I've got another Town Hall 13 attack strategy for you guys. And let me tell you, this is a brainless spam attack, but it is really strong. I like doing a mix of different attacks on this channel, skilled attacks as well as just very simple spam attacks. So this one is the latter. So as you see, we are bringing 7 Super Witches, and we just filled that up with 5 Wizards, which just helps basically set the funnel. We've got 8 Earthquakes, we've got 2 Rages, and a Poison. I'm bringing a Siege Barracks, and I've got the Super Minions in there just for when it pops so they can catch up quicker and do a ranged attack. So for equipments, I'm running the Rage Vial and the Giant Gauntlet on the King. I've got Magic Mirror Healer Puppet on the Queen, double books on the Warden, and I've got the Rocket Spear and the Electro Boots on the Royal Champion. Really, you can use whatever equipments you have leveled up because this attack does not rely on your hero equipments whatsoever. You're just dropping in your heroes with your main push. So again, whatever you have leveled up, go ahead and use that. Let's go hop into our first attack, and I'll show you guys how this works. Alright, so there's absolutely nothing to the setup here. Really, all I'm going to do is take my Super Witches. I'm going to just pick which side of the base I want to come in from. From this base, I'm going to come in from the top left. So I'm literally just going to spam my Super Witches and align like that on one flank of the base. Then I'm just going to sprinkle in my Wizards behind. We have 5 of them. And that's just going to set a massive funnel in a hurry. It's just going to take out all that trash. And then that's just going to leave us pathing. I'm just going to drop in all my heroes with my log launcher, or not my log launcher. Drop in all my heroes with the Siege Barracks, rather. In the middle, again, you're going to quad quake open sections. It just kind of depends. Obviously, we have no wall breakers, and we have no log launcher either. So you want to make sure you're getting the outside layer. So something like this on this base, and then maybe something like that. And that'll open up the majority of the base. And then again, everything else is just going to come in the middle here. All your heroes with your Siege Barracks. And at that point, you're just going to use an early Warden ability. You've got 2 Rages to go through the core of the base. You've got a Poison for the Clan Castle. And that's all you got to do. Like I said, it's very brainless. Let's get rid of this drawing. We'll press play. And it's just going to be spam. We're going to drop our Earthquakes. And like I said, you want to make sure you're opening up that outside layer of walls. So basically we have access to the entire base now, except for that one single Inferno compartment. Oh no, we do actually have a corner wall open up here, so we can actually access that as well. And we can reach all the other ones, obviously, from the inside. So we just spam everything in a line. You want to make sure the outside buildings are cleared before you send in your heroes, because obviously you want your heroes to path into the base. You do want a couple Super Witches to go around each side. That's why we don't mind just dropping them in a huge line. Pull the Clan Castle, so now we're actually going to hit the Warden ability. We'll poison that Clan Castle. We've got a Rage down to help deal with that. Our Queen is absolutely shredding through them dragons being raged up like that. And we're just going to 2x through this because all we have is a Rage spell. We drop it there over the Town Hall. Town Hall goes down. Now you can literally set your device down. You can walk away, do something else if you want. You just got to wait for your Super Witches to clean up the rest of the base. We hit our Queen's ability just to get in our Healer Puppet. And look how crushed this base is. Royal Champion's still alive. Takes out the Scatter Shot. All the defenses are gone. We still have tons of Super Witches alive. And like I said, we didn't even think. We just quad quaked open 2 different sections of the base, spammed everything on a line, and we 3-starred the base. So let's go hop into our second attack. Alright, into attack number 2, we're going to go with the exact same concept here. We quad quake open that section, make sure we get that outside wall open. Then we quad quake up there by the Town Hall, and that gives us access to basically every single compartment in the base. So again, we're just going to spam everything in a line, get our Wizards in on each side just to help set that funnel a little bit quicker. Get all our heroes down. It should not pull. Okay, yeah, we get the funnel set just in time. So all of our heroes are actually going to path in here. I like to use an early Rocket Spear ability on the Royal Champion as well, just to help pick off these Infernos here on the flank. It's base dependent. I wouldn't do that on every base, but on this particular one I did. We use our Warden ability. We use our Poison on the enemy Clan Castle. We still have both of our Rage spells available. Unfortunately, we are pathing around that multi-Inferno. Finally, our Royal Champion goes back and gets it. Our Siege Barracks pops. We have 1 Rocket Loon in there that'll go out in front and pull any traps just to make sure our Super Minions are safe. So now our Super Minions can sit at range and pick stuff off. And look at this. They target the Town Hall, and they clip that little Rage spell there. It was just wearing off, but they got Rage shots in, and they take out the Town Hall before their range attack ends. So we're going to use our last Rage spell up here just to get our healers in there to try to top off these Super Witches, because they were getting really low. I wanted to make sure they didn't go down. So again, at this point, there's nothing we can do except for just wait for our troops to be done. So we're just going to 4x through this. We've got our pack of Super Witches up here, and the big boys will help tank for the Queen and the Super Witches. We still have healers alive as well. There's actually a lot of damage left on this base. But you'll see, we're going to still overpower it because of our healers, and the Super Witches are just so powerful because of them big boys going out in front, tanking for everything. And another 3-star. Didn't have to think again. Extremely easy. Let's go get into another one. Alright, into our third attack. There is a massive amount of damage down here in the bottom. And this wall is going to be very annoying because I'm not going to be able to get anything to go into the middle right there. They're going to have to go around those walls. So it's going to be very frustrating trying to funnel our troops into the base here. I'm going to drop my heroes here. Honestly, I should have waited a little bit longer, but I don't want to lose too many of my Super Witches and fizzle out the attack before it even gets going. So I'm just going to use an early Warden ability here. I'm also going to use my Royal Champion in the middle and use that Rocket Spear so I can try to pick off both of them Infernos. That was the plan. Takes out the one on the right, goes to target the one on the left. Unfortunately, it targets the bomb tower and doesn't actually target the Inferno, but she does walk up there now. She'll take out that multi-Inferno. We poison up over the enemy clan castle. Our Royal Champion does a perfect job, takes out both the Infernos. We had our King's Giant Gauntlet and a Range Vial active. He ends up doing a lot of damage to the enemy queen, goes down, but pretty much takes her out. So we have our super minions now coming out of our siege barracks. We have our queen targeting the town hall. Town hall goes down, no problem. We had already popped the queen ability as well, again, to get that healer puppet out, just to get a little bit of extra healing in. That scatter shot is going to be pretty annoying up there at the top, I believe. Our super minions do take this one out. Oh, wow. Our warden and the super witches actually took out that scatter shot, no problem. And again, look at this. We just coast through the base. Even when it looks like it's not going well, look how many super witches we still have alive. Absolutely decimates the base. So I got one more attack for you guys, and I'll catch you guys there. Alright, into the final base. We have huge compartments in this one. I get my witches down, and now I'm going to look for my earthquake value. I'm going to earthquake both of those first two layers open, which is good value. And then I'm looking elsewhere. I think I might drop it on that clan castle. Yeah, drop it on that clan castle. It gives me access to pretty much everything. We just have this one big compartment at the bottom that has the dark elixir storage in it. It's going to be tough to path into. This is actually not an ideal base for this attack strategy because it's going to be hard to path things in because there's no trash on the outside. Basically, everything's inside the walls in these big compartments. So as you see, most of our troops are spread out. And I only have a couple things here that can actually target the CC, so I poison, and then I actually use a rage on that one Super Witch just to deal with them clan castle troops, and it actually works out to perfection. I have a big pack of troops down here at the bottom. We have all 4 of our heroes actually in that group with a bunch of Super Witches. So even if we lose everything at the top, we're going to have tons of power. And that's why I love the Super Minions. Look at that. The ranged attack takes out that multi-Inferno, and they basically take no damage. That's why I love having the Super Minions in the clan castle. They're going to join up with those 2 Super Witches up there now. They're probably going to get roasted here pretty quickly by that single Inferno, but as you see, we're going to overwhelm that, no problem. And one sketchy thing about this attack is we're actually ending on the Town Hall. But like I said, these Super Witches are so powerful. We're going to power through this, no problem. I'm actually just going to 4x through this now because we don't even have any spells or anything left. At this point, we just have to wait. And look, we completely overwhelmed that Town Hall. Wasn't even close. We still have quite a few Super Witches alive. Our Queen and our Warden still full health. Another brainless 3 stars. Like I said, if you guys don't want to have to try hard and you want to still have a powerful attack that you can just quickly use in war, this is definitely going to be my go-to at Town Hall 13. So let me know in the comments how this worked out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.